Alright, I've tried recording this video 3 times, and there's 3 times I just lost my train of thought because I haven't done one of these videos in so long, and I'm kind of bad at them now. I can't even lie. I'm saying a lot. I'm not using high level words. I had this big move in my life, and I just haven't been able to stay in my bag. And sooner rather than later, I am going to be back in my bag when I have a stable life again. But these last month or so has been a just the craziest change of events in my life ever, and I'm very happy, very very blessed to be given the opportunity I was given, because this opportunity for me is like, it's like I'm literally one of one. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. I'm one of one, and my career and my life path could be crazy if I uh, build the momentum off of it. And I just said because this is crazy, but one of my one of my topics is actually build momentum off of whatever you have. And I put a big question mark beside it because I heard that from somebody talking on a YouTube video. They said build momentum with whatever. I was like, yeah, that's good. But then when I put it down on my phone, I'm like, what does that mean though? Right? So what does building momentum mean, and stuff like that within your life and stuff? I know what momentum is and stuff, especially in football. Like, you have a big winning streak, you have a lot of momentum, or you have the crowd behind you and you scored a touchdown, you have a lot of momentum. But what does that mean in life? And I really was kind of lost on that for a while, but I literally, as I spoke right there, kind of made sense to me a little bit. And this is literally not scripted at all. I tell this every time. This is just not scripted, but I really did just think right there, like, that's kind of what momentum is. Just build momentum off anything, and then you have to just use it to your advantage, right? When you have momentum, you want to use it to your advantage. You don't want to not use your momentum or just waste it. And like in teams in football, they waste their momentum. They they go on a big win streak, and then they might rest their players on week 16 or 17, whatever the ending season week is of a season, and lose their momentum going into the playoffs, and then boom, they suck again. But what does the momentum mean in life? And that kind of can I can go back to my story of my life currently right now, and hopefully I have built my momentum. I'm not just saying this and not doing anything about my momentum in life, but my momentum, like in my situation, is very very high right now. I can say it's at the start. It's not high. It's at the start right now. The the situation I'm in right now is a very good situation, but we are at the start of it only. And I can keep building on this momentum and build myself outstanding career, a high earning career, a career that I want, where I can travel, maybe, consultant, stuff like that. But I have to keep building on this momentum that I have right now and take it to new heights. And that's what you kind of have to do with everything in life when you get any kind of momentum. So I can start with people who are, there's a lot of people in school for various things. If you have momentum from test grades, you have to keep building on that momentum and take advantage of it. How did you study? What did you do in those study sessions that got you to be, a top earner in your class? Keep doing that. And that's what a lot of smart people do. Their momentum stays high because they keep that same process. Their brain functions at a higher level than ours, and they're taking that momentum and doing what they have to do, and getting jobs at NASA, getting jobs at uh, anything big. I don't know, a company. I'm about to say another space company, Tesla, or like Google, Amazon, stuff like that. Nvidia, high earning companies, and they build their momentum of their smarts in life and take it. Or momentum could be a lot of small things too. And I'm trying to think of a small thing on the spot right now, and I don't want to say I'm trying to get something that's just like a small momentum thing in your life that kind of rumbles up and turns into something bigger. I'm trying to think. So what's something? If you have something, put it in the comments right now. Right? I'm a YouTuber, so I can say that and it makes sense and that sounds cool. But little momentum. Let me just start talking and then something will come to my mind. So little momentum in your life could be you're on a streak of what? What could you be on a streak of? You're on a streak of good going on to the gym for a workout. And the more you go to the gym, you're building momentum on that. But then the more you go to the gym, the more people you're interacting with. And the more people you interact with, you're building momentum with relationships with people that might get you to better places, do better things, or just give you a friend group, right? And they might introduce you to more people, and then sooner or later you'll be with a set of people that was way bigger than your initial circle. And that's just you building your momentum off of going to the gym every day and then meeting somebody at the gym and then being friendly to them at the gym and building that momentum. Or if you're trying to build a social media brand or something like that, if you have a big video kind of type that kind of blows up, use that momentum and keep posting that kind of video or keep just posting consistently since you have high momentum and people want to see what your next post is going to be. Don't get that big post. I've gotten that big post before on some of my pages, and I was like, what is my next post going to be? Is my next post going to be able to compete with this post? And most likely not. But then also, if you're crazy and you think crazy like me, you're gonna think, yeah, it will. And even if it doesn't, that thought that you had right there shows that you have confidence. And when you're building momentum, you have to have that confidence because if you don't if you don't have unmatched confidence with what you're doing, you're not gonna post that next video. You're gonna be scared and then let that one video sit up for a long time. And when you finally post the video, when you're like, dang, I should be posting, that momentum's all gone, and the algorithm's not gonna give you people to watch that video anymore. And that's just losing momentum. So keeping your momentum in that situation is posting, being consistent. Another example is going to the gym, staying consistent, talking to the people at the gym, right? Being consistent. Being consistent is one of the main things that helps you build momentum, and consistency is really good. And you want to be consistently in the middle is what I always try to say before. If you get too high, the lows are gonna blow harder. And if you get too low, the highs are gonna blow harder, and both of those are just unrealistic. And when you're really low, a small high is gonna like blow really hard, and it's gonna be like, why are you so happy over that? And it's just kind of draining, right? So especially for men in this situation, I have a good example for this. So for men, they don't have many compliments. So when somebody compliments them in public, it's this isn't a great example, but like when somebody compliments a man in public for like the way they look or the way they smell or something like that, it's like it boosts their happiness levels a little bit higher. It's like wow, especially if like a female does it, like a man likes a female or he likes a boy, something like that. He gets that compliment. It's like really higher because men. My controller just disconnected. Probably about to see some crazy spins. Gotta hold my keyboard because men don't get as many compliments as women, and that small compliment like means the world to them. And I'm a man too, so like it's like it happens. Like I don't rely on them, but I don't rely on compliments on a day-to-day basis. I literally could care less. But like when I get one, it's like a higher high than I should be getting from one because it's such a small thing. And I think I had that in one of my videos, like the small things matter, and I talked about how compliments of people matter, and that kind of ties back, and that well, directly ties into that video because those small compliments really can change somebody's day. And I think I said a man doesn't get as many compliments as a woman on a day-to-day basis, if any. They don't even probably compare. Like my averages for a year are probably like 0.02 on compliments from like literally anybody. That is like random, or actually even like friends, honestly, or like any kind of this person I'm around, and kind of getting kind of getting that compliment is really. Where am I even going with this? Getting that I'm gonna keep going with this thought. Getting that compliment is a really high feeling, and you don't want to be too high, basically. And when you stay in the middle and you stay consistent, let me see. I got back on track real quick when I stopped thinking about Rocket League. But when you stay in the middle, you stay on track. You stay consistent with who you are. You stay consistent with your values. You stay consistent. You stay in the middle. You don't get too happy. You don't get too sad. You're gonna be good. And that's kind of the basis of this video. My controller disconnected again. It's very frustrating. This is why I keep thinking about Rocket League. I don't know what's wrong with my controller, but when you when you stay consistent, you're able to build momentum. Well, after you've built some momentum, stay consistent because you probably are doing something right. And that's kind of what I have for this video. This video might be a little bit of ramble, might not be, but I pressed y'all. I tried to record this video like 3 other times with other topics, and that just wasn't working. So, and y'all got a good, good something out of this. So build momentum, guys. That's all I want to say. Just build that momentum, and you'll be a star. You'll be a star in life. So thank you again. Goodbye.